tired. Got up this morning. I made it to the gym for 5:30. I don't know what's going on with my nose. Breakouts and blemishes. Anyway, I made it to the gym for 5:30. I worked out for a full hour. Today was leg day. Friday was leg day. I did squats and squats and squats. I did squats, walking lunges, and then like what is it? Steps, high knees and steps. It was a lot, but I made it through. Finished a little bit early. I wanted to show y'all now. I mentioned yesterday when I went live. I said already. This is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I mentioned yesterday when I went live that I was going to show y'all the plant palace. But as I just said, today was leg day, and I am downstairs, and I do not have the enemy right now to walk back upstairs. And I also need to get it together, get stuff done, and run out the door to run some errands. So yeah, I'm going to show y'all the Arrow Gardens instead. So for my Arrow Garden crew, here we go. This is how we do. Now, let me also check to see. I told y'all my phone is acting crazy, so I got to use my little stylus till my replacement phone comes. So I'm going to stick that right there so I don't lose it. Because at some points, I may try to touch the screen to turn the camera around, and it may decide I don't want to do it. So let's try this. Okay, decided to work. So right here is a jungle. This is, how is it? There's some salad greens down there that literally at that point I was just growing the salad greens to give to our little bunny rabbits outside. So that's nothing spectacular. Um, there's lots of basil, some fennel. So I was trying to let the basil go to seed so that I could try to collect the seeds. And the dill, that's in the back, not fennel. There's dill, there's cilantro, there's some parsley growing. So that's a whole hot mess of a jungle. I need to do some cleaning up in here. I'll be the first to say. Now, for the folks who didn't want to see the green goddess philodendrons, I do have one in here in the kitchen that is growing pretty well. It needs to be put on a trellis, so that's something that I did yesterday for the ones upstairs. I also wanted to show y'all that I have my African violets that are growing, and they're doing amazing. All of this area needs to be cleaned up. So what I'm planning on doing is coming in here and using my, what is it called? Little Bissell vacuum thing. It vacuums and mops the floor at the same time and takes up the water. It's a lifesaver, a lot of time saver. Good morning, good morning. So I said earlier that I was not going upstairs because today was leg day at the gym and I ain't got it in me to walk upstairs. So I will still show y'all the plant palace later, just saying right now. So I showed an Arrow Garden update and a lot of my African violets in this area. As you can see, it's really bright. There's a lot of light coming in out of the windows in the kitchen. Back there, surprise, surprise. So I told you I was going to start doing what I call my Trailing Tuesday. That is the pothos that I was given by one of my plant partners here in New Orleans. And it's so pretty. So it's that one. And then my Cebu Blue is up. Let me turn y'all around so y'all can see it. My Cebu Blue is up here. So you almost can't see it because of the sun coming in from the window. And this is all sun coming in while the blinds are closed. Here on my bounty, at first, I think I showed y'all this and there were like too many tomato plants in here. So I did space them out and separate them out. But if you can see without the light, my tomatoes are starting to blush. And there's another one over here that's starting to blush. So I was really excited about that. And what else can I show y'all? It's not really much else in this part of the kitchen. Other than, yeah, I showed y'all the Cebu, I showed y'all that. I guess I could show y'all where I pruned back my basil. So I'm gonna tell y'all, the actual garden, if you've grown Arrow Gardens, you know it starts to get messy. It starts to be like, So this looks crazy, but my basil has been growing really, really well. And I can't tell y'all how many times I've pruned these back now. Like, they are to the... I was trying to see if the hood had any lift left to it. It does not. So let's flip you around. So this is all saying this part right here is a hot mess. I need to clean the leaves and stuff up. But the actual plant itself has been growing so well and looks so good and has been giving me all of the basil. And this said it was Genevieve's, but this is looking real Thai basilish to me. Let's look. It's still saying Genovese, but that's giving Thai basil vibes real strong. But those are they're growing really well. Then there is a Genovese basil right here. I cut it back a couple times. It's still trying to come back. I think it will come back for me, but I definitely need to come here and clean up all that countertop mess. And in this one garden, I think before I used to have lettuce greens in here. Not anymore. Now I changed this also to a garden. So this is my thyme that used to be in a different garden that I moved over here. Chives that are coming up. These are curly parsley, so I need to add some plant food to this garden. But again, I love cutting back basil. Now I know for sure this one is Thai basil because it says that also on the label. And it's been growing, it's been doing what it needs to do. And looks pretty good to me. So told y'all there's a lot of projects and things going on in this house, a lot of repair and the work that we're doing. And that's been fun. Also too, just to give ourselves patience while we're in the middle of doing all these things has been an experience. So you'll notice different things in the background sometimes that are works in progress. Keep it real, like paint and stuff. This is a peace lily that I really wanted to throw away. So my husband picked these out and it's doing okay. It's making it. But at one point, I really thought, I'll show you its cousin. I really thought its cousin was an absolute goner because it was not doing it. And, hold on, I flipped this one too many times. So this has decided now that it wants to come back. All of this right here is new growth. Now in the beginning, both of these were the same size. They were really large. I don't know what happened. I don't know what it didn't like. I don't know if it was when we were evacuated for Ida. Like we came back and this thing was really giving up the ghost. And I was going to pull it. I was really going to go and just update it and move in some, pothos in place of it. But I guess it heard me plotting on it and telling my husband about my plan. So now it's putting out all the leaves. So we'll see what happens with this. This may be my first successful revitalization on rehabbing of a, peace lily, because it was out the door. When I tell y'all, it literally had no real green left. Like they were all, I'll show y'all this other leaf. They were all flip phone. Okay. All the leaves were trying to turn brown like this, and it looked really bad. So I'm glad to see that new leaves are coming out and they're unfurling on their own. So we'll see what happens. Now, next up are my African violets, and I've shown y'all these before. So this needs to be cleaned up. This whole thing needs to be cleaned up. It's grumbly, blumbly, toddler stuff. This one is still just putting out green, but it's really pretty. This one, same thing, just putting out green. So it's green, well, purple and all this variegation, which I love. This leaf right here, I don't know what it's doing. I keep wanting to try to propagate this one. So I'm gonna cut back all of these dead flowers that are spent. And then here, last but not least, is this beautiful blue and white flower. It's almost like a periwinkle, I guess. But I love the just contrast in that. And since we're in this living room space, I figured I would show y'all the Birkins that I have on the fireplace. So these were the first plants that I got for this house. And kind of hard to see it without something next to it, but this is the Birkin compared to my hand. So they've grown and grown a ways. Uh-oh. This is putting out some red splash. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I know that a Birkin is a combination between like a red Congo and something else. So y'all don't know if that red is a good thing or that means that my plant is trying to revert. But the leaves are gigantic. This is my hand. This is one of the older leaves on the plant. So I'm excited to see how they continue to grow. So at this point, I got the plant in 2020. So the plant is over 2 years old. That's pretty much everything that is growing and going on right now in the house. I don't think I've ever showed y'all this one plant. So let's walk over it. This was my first peace lily. If I've showed it to y'all, it's been a while. I got this peace lily back when we were at our first house, and I got it from City Park, and it's the first time that I had a peace lily live and also bloom for me. When I got the plant from City Park, it was not blooming, and this is like the 4th or 5th time that I've had it actually put out its own blooms. So So that's another success story for me. That one made me believe that I could grow peace lilies because before I didn't think that I could. And this is another plant. I think it's a philodendron of some type that I've never shown y'all. And it is growing, growing, growing. It's been with me since probably before Monica, so 2018, 2017. I got it at Lowe's on clearance. And it just decided to grow, and I decided to keep it. So just wanted to check in and show y'all what's growing on this Wednesday with Fix It with Fran. Like I said, I'm about to run out, run some errands. I think I'm gonna try to grab some breakfast at Chick-fil-A. I really want one of those breakfast burritos because my husband told me that the little hash bowl that I had, they usually like put those same things inside of the burrito. And if you haven't tried, they have a jalapeno or habanero salsa at Chick-fil-A that is the bomb. Like, I'm literally craving it right now. I can taste it on my tongue. So I'm gonna check out on that note. As always, this is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I truly do believe God has given us all gifts and talents that can fix some problem that exists in the world. And while we are up against a lot of problems, and while there are a lot of challenges that exist in the world, I want to encourage you to remember, and let you know if you're here for the first time, that we can all fix something. Until next time, I pray you would find that thing and fix it. Check back in next Wednesday because I am going to show y'all an update of exclusively the golden goddess philodendrons that I have. So I want to show y'all those, and of course the plant palace upstairs. So hope y'all have a great one. Happy hump day. Make it a good one, y'all. Bye. And now I'm going to fight with this camera to see if it'll turn on. It's not.